Shalom. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for teaching me his truth and real will, and citations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Labakarim Abrahim, Shayar Shirala, that's peace and blessings to the nation of Israel and Allah Shawam Kodash. This is Ashak Bashian. I'm basically just going to be talking about how in these last days, the milk and the foundation of this word and this truth is what's gonna comfort us, alright? Because even though, yes, somewhat deep topics are important to study, but really in these times, which is more than ever in these times, we should be resorting back to the milk, alright? We should be resorting back to that, to the foundation, alright? Because when you're sitting in a concentration camp or martial or FEMA camp, or when you're running from FEMA troops, you're not really gonna be thinking of all these deep subjects like the moon or like the Sabbath, or you're not gonna be thinking of that. You're just gonna be praying, all right? So in these times, a big focus should be praying. All right, you should be praying to the Lord for more faith. All right, you should be praying to the Lord for strength to endure these times. All right, you should be praying to the Lord for knowledge and wisdom. All right, and understanding. All right, because with all thy getting, get understanding. All right, so ask the Lord for faith and understanding. All right, because in these times, resorting to Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The fear that them that fear the Lord is his treasure. All right. So I'm gonna get into some scriptures to show you that really we're not gonna be saved through our works. We're only gonna be saved through how much faith and how much we believe in Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright. And I'm gonna start off with Ecclesiasticus Sirach, the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 2:8. Yea, that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Alright, you heard that? Alright. If you really fear the Lord, you're gonna believe him, alright? And if you believe in him, which is having faith in him and putting hope in him, then he's not gonna fail you, alright? I mean, when he says in Job 5:19, actually hold up, I'm gonna read down more. Alright. I'm just gonna read 10. Verse 10, then we can get Job 5:19. Salakia. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahshai and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise who called upon him? Yeah, so also a good precept for this is Romans 15:4. I'm just going to get right now before I get Job 5:19. Romans chapter 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience, aka suffering, and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Alright? That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures, alright? Not comfort not comfort in the Sabbath. Alright, it's comfort in these scriptures, alright? Not comfort in the deepest things, alright? Which the scriptures can be pretty deep, but really we need to have comfort in this faith, alright? We need to have comfort in the foundation. Like he's gonna keep us away from famine. We need to have comfort in the fact that he's not gonna destroy us, alright? That the wrath was not given to us, alright? Salakia, that we were not lauded to be destroyed, alright? We need to have comfort in that kind of stuff. Alright? Alright. But with all that getting, get understanding. So if you need to touch into a topic without due will, go ahead. But really, you should be praying and asking the Lord and meditating on faith to get through these times. Because these times that we are currently entering into are going to be very harsh and very enduring. And the people that did not hearken unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in that day are gonna be suffering, and they're gonna be dying. But we must have faith and hope that we're not gonna be slocky. No, we have faith that we're not gonna be appointed to that kind of wrath. Alright. I'm gonna get Slovakia. I'm gonna get Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of Yahweh. So we are not going to be saved through how much precepts we can grab in one scripture. We are not going to be saved by how much secular history we understand. We're not going to be saved by how much, by being able to speak fluent Hebrew. Or that's not how we're going to be saved. We're going to be saved through faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and nothing else. Alright? Slakia. Alright, Slakia, I'm back. But yeah, because really, if you got to take it into account that there are 630 or 613 laws, right? Alright, you gotta follow every single one constantly. Alright, that is impossible. Alright, that's impossible in these fleshly, earthly bodies. Alright, once we get those new celestial bodies, though, those new spiritual bodies, then we can keep the laws to its perfect ability. But right now, we're limited only to the faith. Alright, but obviously, faith without works is dead. So you do have to make an effort to follow the laws, or to follow the ones that you can keep to the best of your ability. Alright, like not eating pork, like not eating crab. Alright, if you want to figure out what you can and cannot eat, just go to Leviticus 18, I believe. So Leviticus 18 or 19. No, it's not. It's lucky. 17. Could be 17. Slocky. I should know this. Could be 19. Hold up. Yeah, I mean, just look up what you cannot eat, what you can and cannot eat on Google in the Bible, and it should bring you up some scriptures. But I'm gonna try one last time. I'm gonna go to cut Leviticus. Yeah, Leviticus 11. Yeah. Slovakia. I kind of had a brain for it, but through the spirit we found it. But if you're new to the faith, if you're new to this truth, then just go to Leviticus 11 and read the whole chapter, and it's gonna tell you what you can and cannot eat. And if you need some edification on it, just go to Google. Type in your Google search bar, GMS, then unclean and clean foods. Or if you need a little bit more edification on that. But this video was mainly focused on the faith, or the faith part. and the fact that we're going to be saved by our faith and not by how much lies we can keep. Now, if you're eating pork, if you're eating all the pork you want, or obviously you're not going to be, or there's a very slim chance that you can be saved, because eating pork is an abominable food. All right, it's an unclean food, so that's unlawful to eat pork. So I don't think it's that hard to deny. If anybody offers you pork, or your family offers you pork, it's not that hard to just say, you just can't eat it, all right, or you're not hungry or anything like that. But I'm gonna let you weigh that out for yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna get into a little more precepts. Ecclesiasticus chapter 19. Slacky. Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 24. He that hath small understanding and feareth Yahweh is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High. So you heard that? So you don't need to know every single precept in the Bible to be saved, all right? And you don't need to, and if you do know every single precept, but you still eating pork, then the person that doesn't know that much precepts, but still fears Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is gonna, be favored over you. All right. That just proves that faith and the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai rules over any understanding on this side. All right. Which is why we don't judge somebody by how long they've been in the truth. All right. If you have somebody that's been in the truth for 10 years, but he doesn't have as much as, but the person who's been in the truth for 4 months, if the person that's been in the truth for 4 months has more faith than the person who's been in the truth for 10 years, the person who has more faith will be saved. All right, that's just how this truth works. Going back to the parable of the fig tree and the fruit, Matthew 20:7. I'm gonna get there right now. Before we get to Psalms 23 and 4. To get the context, you really need to read the whole chapter, but I'm just gonna read the 6th chapter. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and saith unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? They say unto him, Because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, Go ye also unto the vineyard, whatsoever is right, that ye shall receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto his steward, Call the laborers, and give them their hire, beginning from the last until the first. See? Alright. Then if you read further down, I'm going to read 9. And when they came, that they were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. And here's when the person who's been in for longer than the person who entered into the 11th hour, comes in and asks this. Verse 10. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. Alright. So look, it doesn't matter. Alright. It doesn't matter if a person comes in next month, or it doesn't matter if a person comes in tomorrow, or if he's doing the work and he has sincere faith and is sincere in this thing, then you can't judge him, alright, because he has been hired. He's been hired by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He's been chosen. Alright, many are called, but few are chosen. Alright, Luke 24:50, I believe. Matthew, Slacky. I don't know where I got Luke, but Matthew 22:14. For many are called, but few are chosen. Alright. So you gotta understand that anybody can replace your spot any moment. Alright, if you've been in this truth for 5 years, alright, and you start acting a fuss, you start, kind of losing faith, you start, rebelling against the elders, rebelling against this truth, changing the doctrine, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai can go fish out somebody who's never even heard of being an Israelite, and he can replace you. Alright. Bible says Shalom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Rakatam.